Refill, please. He doesn't look worse. Stay away from us.
I've got a spatula here, and I'm not afraid to use it.
I just came in to watch TV.
A few years later.
Where did it all go wrong? If you guys don't know who Sky Jackson is, she's an ex-Disney actress who was most known for her role as Zuri in a show called Jessie. Sky Jackson started her acting career pretty early at the age of 5. Some of her first gigs were appearing on an episode of Sesame Street.
Right now, my friend Sky and I are going to dance. You ready to dance, Sky? Come on, let's get off our seats and dance. Come on, stand up with me.
Followed by being on a Band-Aid brand commercial.
I am stuck on Band-Aid brand, his Band-Aid stuck on me. I am stuck on Band-Aid brand, cause germs don't stick on me. What's that homework?
And then she would go on to play in the Smurfs movie and then eventually land the Zuri role in Jessie. Although Jessie was an extremely successful show for Disney and Sky Jackson gained a lot of notoriety from it, when it was time to leave Disney, Sky Jackson didn't find much success beyond Jessie. A little while after leaving Disney, this embarrassing clip of Sky Jackson auditioning for Gossip Girls would be exposed.
Hi, my name is Sky Jackson. I'm 17 years old. I live in Los Angeles. My birthday's April 8th, 2002, and I am 5 feet tall. Ugh! Sales Rack Sally isn't even clever. If you're going to deface someone's locker, at least make it original. It's even worse than DIY Diane. I don't get it, you know? I'm a freshman.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit felt like I was watching Jessie all over again.
Sales Rack Sally?
And if you couldn't tell from watching that clip, it was pretty obvious that she still carried that Disney Channel sort of acting. And honestly, I think due to that, for a while, she wasn't making any huge waves in the acting scene. But she was definitely involved in a lot of drama. For example, she was caught intimately texting the now deceased Lil Keed, even though at the time he was dating his baby mom. In the text messages, Sky Jackson was saying that her V belongs to Lil Keed. I don't know about you, but that don't sound very Disney-like to me. Sky definitely wasn't keeping it PG. Now, I'm not blaming her because I know she was underage, but that's still pretty messy. And I've noticed that she's a pretty non-confrontational person because after getting checked by Lil Keed's baby mama, she kind of backed off. Now, I wasn't expecting that Fleece Johnson booty warrior type of treatment.
I like you, and I want you. Now, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
But I know in the hood, they would have at least tussled or something. Oh wait, I forgot, Sky Jackson isn't from the hood. But she would go on to mess with several other hood rappers or people connected with them, including XXXTentacion, NBA Youngboy. And when it came to Youngboy, she had a whole feud with Bad Baby over him because apparently at some point, Bad Baby was messing with Youngboy.
They're talking about me, talking about my tattoo, talking about, oh, she's so obsessed with Youngboy's herpes, and da-da-da, talking all types about me and Youngboy. Then you go posting him on the page talking, oh, he's so fine, hook me up with him, he's so fine. You are lame.
I can definitely see why Bad Baby and Youngboy had a thing. They're very, how do I say this, compatible.
Cell, man. These watch me from a jail cell and be on my bed. Be writing academics about me, man. Telling academics to post about me. Say I cooperated. About what you huh?
Like I said, very compatible. And after things escalated to the point where Bad Baby was making unalive threats to Sky Jackson.
You just trying to get me mad at this point. Like, I see what you doing and it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. That's the thing. Like, I'm gonna feel you. Don't ever post your location. Don't ever post none of that.
Sky Jackson would end up getting a restraining order on her. And if you were on TikTok not too long ago, you probably saw the little fling that Annalie Choppa and Sky Jackson had, which didn't end up lasting too long. In our more recent news, Sky Jackson's ex-friend Nate, who if you're not familiar with is a content creator / internet personality, and he went online basically claiming that back in the day, him and Sky used to run a spam page on Instagram where they would express themselves and their interests, but also they used it to be messy. Another point that Nate would make is that Sky Jackson always kind of had a thing for YNs.
We used to run a page called Sentence House. Sentence House SEN. S is for Sky. E is for the page called Expose. And N was Nate. Then Tiles was just our Tiles of posting. She used to put me onto the most craziest, funniest stories about her fucking with these fucking niggas, like any celebrities, like these like gangsters you would have put them. Like, girl.
She's been caught on several occasions interacting with those prisoners from those prison lives. There are even rumors that she was messing with TK while he was in jail and claiming that he's her man. And for those of you that didn't know, Sky Jackson used to date Jules Smith, Solange's son and Beyonce's nephew. And allegedly part of the reason that they broke up is because she was more interested in YNs. And obviously him being a Nepo baby didn't fit that description. And there would even be an intimate tape that dropped online of the two of them. And see, with all this history of her pursuing YNs, I wasn't surprised when she popped out with this guy named Yorkie as her baby daddy. If you're from the hood, you know just how ghetto that nickname is. Whenever you have a nickname that's literally one name repeated twice, just know that person comes from the trenches and they are a certified crash out.
In Texas, and I should have got a hair tie because I feel my head sweating.
How do you go from dating Beyonce's nephew to getting pregnant by Sid from Toy Story? She literally got the Timo LaMelo ball. And I mean, if the name isn't a dead giveaway, how about him going on live and down talking Sky Jackson's childhood friend, Cameron Boyce?
Hey bro, that in this wood right here. Stop comparing me to a dead. Is y'all cool? Is y'all cool?
And then we got these posts that he made about Sky Jackson.
Boy, you didn't stop doing that, girl. Like, girl, y'all talking about doing it. Like what? I ain't do. And I'm single. I can do whatever I want. Baby girl, you ain't know I'm good for domestic violences. On life, we'll both go to jail, beating on each other. Smile in my mugshot.
The dude don't even like her. And I don't know if it's delusion or damage control, but Sky Jackson and her mom would go on to say that he was hacked. I don't know, man. It kind of seems like it fits the description. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention that dude already has several kids. There's literally a video of him kissing his kids before he goes to jail.
Okay. Yeah. Get Dre a hug.
And rumors are saying he has 3 baby mamas. So Sky, if you already knew that he failed 3 times, what made you think that you would be the one to work out? It's pretty obvious that dude isn't really the pick of the litter. And I don't know if it's a recent trend, but we keep seeing these black women who come from decent upbringings messing with guys who 1, aren't good for their image, and 2, don't match their image. For example, we have Halle Bailey, someone who has connections to Beyonce, someone who's a Disney princess, and overall has a great reputation. And now she ended up being DDG's baby mother, which I'm not talking down on DDG at all. I think he's a trailblazer when it comes to YouTube, and he has a lot of good things going for him. And I will say that almost all the hate that he gets is uncalled for. But one thing we just cannot deny is that DDG does not match Holly's image. Because as a YouTuber, especially the type of YouTuber that he is and the type of content that he makes, there'll always be a bit of immaturity or unprofessionalism, for lack of a better term, that comes with his line of work. And the crazy part is that this female YN syndrome doesn't have an age limit. We literally have Keshia Cole, an R&B legend, simping over Honcho, a young rapper about half her age. And I'm talking she's crying tears, making tweets, damn near crashing out about this dude. And she's doing it online for the whole world to see. Keshia Cole is 43 years old. She's considered an R&B legend, and she's doing all this over a 25-year-old. Lady, stand up. Like, I understand wearing your heart on your sleeve, but do you not have any media training after all these years of being a celebrity? What happens to keeping things player, keeping it P? The situation is kind of sad and really embarrassing if you think about it. The only 2 good things I could think of that are coming out of this is maybe the publicity that she's getting and then the emotions that she's able to put into her songs, because most of her songs are about heartbreaks and whatnot. So she might be more emotional now and seeing them in a more heartfelt way. Now listen, if it's like a Blueface, Krishan Rock type of situation, I totally understand. They come from like similar backgrounds. Their personalities kind of, you know, they align.
He has to make an appearance. Damn, what gives him a mouth? I'm a venti.
But when you have girls like Sky Jackson and Holly Bailey, black girls who you can tell come from a decent upbringing, it's hard to support their relationship with a YN or even a guy that comes from a hood background because it only damages their image. And it also just makes you question why. Like, coming from the upbringing that you have, what do you see in this dude that's so attractive to you? And I saw a lady on TikTok who explained this whole dilemma perfectly.
I think the most interesting thing about Sky Jackson and her baby daddy is the fact that girls like her typically fetishize guys like him, you know, YNs, hood niggas. And they really get a kick out of their contrast. Like the general public's confusion of how the two of them could even cross paths, or the fact that she would even be attracted to him. And they think it makes them look edgy and rebellious, when in all actuality it makes them look like idiots, because realistically a woman like Sky Jackson dating a literal degenerate could only bring her down. There is absolutely no benefit to that. The only person that's benefiting is the degenerate, because then he gains access to your resources, which he will exploit because he doesn't appreciate them. Because YNs and hood niggas subconsciously know that y'all fetishize them. So they play along and get what they want, while you sit around thinking you're the best thing that's ever happened to him in his life, because you have a superiority complex and you believe that you're a better option than the women in the hood. And what you're offering him is something that he would have never been able to get without you. But in all actuality, damn near every woman in his life has spoiled him, took care of him, or brought him new experiences. Like, girl, you're not special.
First of all, let's go ahead and snap it up for her, because I ain't gonna lie, she just cooked. Because when you really think about it, when you have these girls that come from really good upbringings, I can't think of any other reason besides a fetish for why they would be attracted to that type of guy. Don't get me wrong, there are like odd chances where they might just happen to know each other some odd way, but that's not how life usually works. Relationships are usually formed based on compatibility, and that's why it's so strange when you see these girls so eager to dabble into a life that they know nothing about. Because now what are you gonna do when John or Man brings you around his hood friends who are all using drugs and have firearms and have ops that might pull up any second? If you think about it for more than just 2 seconds, you'll understand why it doesn't make any sense. But with that being said, I appreciate you watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, join us on Discord, follow us on Twitch. Don't forget to follow my reaction channel, 40 Shams Live. Appreciate y'all for watching. 40 Shams, 40 World. I'm out. Love y'all.